Hey ladies and gentlemen, Simon here, and I am extremely excited to bring you reactions to Season 2 of The Mandalorian. It's been a long 10 months since Season 1 ended, and there's been a lot happen in those 10 months. I'm sure I don't need to tell you. But Season 2 is finally upon us. I cannot wait. There is obviously a lot of hype, a lot of rumour surrounding this second season. I think it's fair to say that The Mandalorian is probably the most critically successful thing that Disney have done since they acquired the Star Wars brand 8 years ago now, which is really saying something, I guess. But it's got two very, very competent people at the helm in Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Thoroughly enjoyed Season 1. I'm glad that you all did too, with a lot of people watching along with me. The show went to places that I think a lot of us didn't expect. We saw things that we never expected to see in live action, and I hope that Season 2 is more of the same. Like I said, there's been a lot of rumours about this season, about characters appearing, and people being casted as certain type of people. But I have tried to, firstly, avoid putting any kind of credibility into any rumour, because you just never know, and if it doesn't turn out to be true, you're just disappointed. So I'm kind of going into this season not really expecting much, really, other than, some more excellent TV, and, I think it's fairly obvious that, we're going to be searching for the Jedi, through this season. And that could lead us to a lot of very, very interesting places. When you think about the time that it is in the galaxy, we're probably going to be visiting more locations. I have my theories about some of the locations, as I mentioned in the trailer reaction. I think we could possibly see Ilum. I think we're definitely going to be seeing Tatooine. We could even be going back to like Luke's homestead. It's even the likes of Mon Cala we could see. So there's a lot of potential for us to explore places that, we either haven't seen for a very long time, or, we've potentially only seen in the animated shows, or perhaps not even seen at all. So I'm very, very excited about what's to come. Now, before we jump in, there's two things I just want to mention. Firstly, on the 21st November, we're raising money for children's hospitals through the Extra Life campaign. We're going to be streaming for 24 hours, myself and some of our online YouTube friends. We've already raised over $600 towards our $5,000 goal. We do it every year. Last 2 years, we've raised over $3,000 each year. We're pushing our goal a little bit further this year, and I'd really appreciate it if you could either support us, through donating to the campaign, or by showing up on the day. 21st November, we'll be streaming for 24 hours over on the Fandom Reactions channel. Go check them out. They're a wonderful group of ladies, and we're going to be streaming there for a full 24 hours. A lot of games, a lot of fun, a lot of forfeits. The next one, which we reach, is $750, which are not far off, and I have to eat a spoonful of wasabi, which is not going to be pleasant for anyone who has tried wasabi before. So yes, please do go check it out. I'll put a link in the comments and the description, and we can hopefully raise some money for some really good causes. And like I said, it's going to the Miracle Network, which is Extra Life's children's charity scheme. It's basically children's charities, children's hospitals that need the money the most. So yes, we're hopefully going to raise a lot of money for that. So another thing I want to mention is Patreon. You can find all of my reactions in full through Patreon. To be able to do that, again, in the link and in the description, in the description and in the comments. But I do want to thank my super supporters, my Patreon super supporters, Frank Tremel, Karen Abel, Ace, Nick Walters, The Seven Deadly Sins, Damon Smallwood, Michael Y, Clara Gros-Louis, Mr. Greg 89, Patrick Sullivan, we have Jason Jepson, and we also have our newest Patreon super supporter, Aviv Davidson. Thank you, Aviv. Welcome aboard, and hopefully you'll enjoy everything that is to come. So, without further ado, let's jump in to The Mandalorian Season 2, and let's see what happens next. Oh, damn. Is this the first time that we're seeing Gamorreans on screen since Return of the Jedi? It's not enough drool for me. It needs to be more drool. That is a bushy eyebrow. Oh, no. Yeah. Nope. That gets me every time. Well. Holy shit. That was a big miss.
I promise you will not die by my hand.
Oh, that's not good. You're still gonna die. Oh. Could it be Boba?
I've never seen a Mandalorian there. Leave me like this. Cut me down.
Nope. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, that is so cool.
I guess a lot has changed since you were last in Moscow.
She loves the baby as much as we do.
Have me worried sick. R5, bring the map of Tatooine.
R5? Is that the original R5 from
Just can't get good help anymore.
the Sandcrawler?
Complain to.
It is. That's the bit. That's where the motivator blew. He's having dinner with the Tusken Raiders. How civilized.
Marshal, where's Mandalorian?
What? It's not going to be Boba, is it? Someone's going to be in his armor. Yes, someone took his armor. He's going to know that's not Boba. Look at how poorly fit that armor is. I mean, it was mentioned that his armor... I think it was mentioned in one of the books that his armor had been found. I don't even remember if it said someone was wearing it.
I've never met a real Mandalorian.
Oh, I think you just done pissed him off. He's got the jetpack and all. Holy shit. How did they retrieve the armor from inside the Sarlacc pit? What is that? Is that a land shark? Did Star Wars invent land sharks? Is that an engine from a pod racer? That looks like... Was that... Is that Anakin's? Is that one of Anakin's engines?
The town was on its last legs. Then,
Jawas. Sandcrawler. Yeah. So this is where he got the armor from. But how did they find it? If it was in the Sarlacc pit? Oh, is he going to use the rocket? Oh shit! So the armor still works in full. Baby Yoda is not a snack. Back away, whatever you are. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run! Run, little Tusken Raider! Oh no! Well, the sacrifice was accepted.
it's just a matter of time before it grows tired of Banthas and goes after a couple of you townsfolk, or even, so help us, the school.
There's a school?
As much as I've grown fond of the army,
Why would you put a school all the way out here? Uh-oh. This is like trying to get the English to work with the Scottish.
Swallow your entire town.
Or Americans to work with other Americans.
So isn't a sandfield already.
I mean, once again, the cinematography and the visuals. Look at that. I don't know if that's an actual location shot or if it's generated, but it looks beautiful. I wouldn't want to be one of these three guys. I mean, again, they are kind of the cannon fodder at the front. You're not going to be able to hold that. There's no way. I'll just give up. Just don't even try and hold on to that rope. Oh man, this is so cool. Look at all the catapults. Oh. I didn't know Tusken Raiders could fly. Oh, whoa. Oh, they got melted. Kaboom! What the hell? Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at that! That is such a cool shot. Oh shit! Did he just get swallowed? Yeah. That's how you do it. Oh no. It's an egg. What is it with people on Tatooine and eggs? There's the dual suns. Oh shit. That's Boba! That, ladies and gentlemen, was Tamora Morrison. That was Boba Fett in the flesh. Unmasked. Survived. Like, there. That was crazy. That was a great ending to a good opening episode. It did everything it needed to do. It got us back into it with a fairly routine plot, is what I would say. The whole idea of the dragon was a tried and tested kind of formula, works every time, you know, and it's there to kind of get us back into the groove. You know, this big challenge that Mando gets himself involved with because he needs to do it in exchange to get something. And then, you know, things never quite go to plan. You know, they try and blow it up from underneath. So you have to do something really kind of out there. And, you know, again, this once again found the Mandalorian being consumed by a monster, only for him to break his way out from the inside and blow it up. It was a good episode. It was a really good episode. And, you know, I kind of knew from the get-go once they introduced us to the Marshal, I was like, okay, that's not Boba. Like, because you could just tell how ill-fitting the armor was. I get the feeling that, you know, if Boba Fett was really there in his armor, he'd have taken steps to repair it, to make it, you know, look presentable again. And obviously he's kind of decided to ditch the armor. It does confirm that the person who we saw standing over Ming-Na Wen's body last season was Boba. Because I was thinking to myself, you know, the Warden in this had the same, what are they called? Spares? The boot spares that make the jingly noise? And I was thinking to myself for a moment, I was thinking, could that have been him over Ming-Na Wen's body? I was like, no, that wouldn't make sense for him to have left the village. And I think they were trying to put you off with that. But it was Boba, 100%. And yeah, it's canon. It is canon that Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit. He escaped, just didn't have his armor. And he must have been on Tatooine for a number of years now, but he looks kind of messed up. He looks burnt. He looks, kind of like he's really badly scarred. But, the one thing this episode did, as always, is the visuals were great. And there were a lot of callbacks that were fan servicey, but didn't feel that way. Like R5, the droid with the bad motivator that blew on the Skywalker homestead. Then there was what I'm fairly certain. In fact, I'm going to have a look at Anakin's pod racer and see if that was at least the same kind of engine. It's almost like it's Anakin's engine, but flipped upside down. Because Anakin's pod has the two long fins on top, whereas his was on bottom. But it's definitely the same design. It's just the engine's upside down. So, but I love the idea of someone making a speeder bike out of a pod racer engine. It's such a good way of giving you that prequel nostalgia without it being, directly the same. Yeah, that was that was a really good episode. I liked the idea of, this sort of massive dragon that lives underground and eats things, and then you have to get the Tusken Raiders to work with the villagers, and there's always going to be issues there. It's what I would say is that it's a simple premise, executed very, very well, and they've had some little bits to spice it up, put in here and there. So the question is now, where do we go from here? We've obviously been on Tatooine. Is Boba going to catch up with him before he escapes and heads wherever else he needs to go? Is the Mando going to try and figure out who this is? Does he know who it is based off of, potential stories that he might have heard? Where do we go next? There's a lot to uncover. I wasn't expecting the Boba to reveal to be in the first episode. Certainly not that he was alive in any sense, but hey, it's a nice way to start the season. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back next week with the next episode.